Hello, yes, zu-wii-mama is back, and yes, we got another mob tutorial for you today, and yes, it is the furnace, oh god, can't spit words out, it's the furnace golem, and this, if any of you are unaware, is out of Minecraft Earth. So he is one of the Minecraft Earth mobs, and he looks pretty cool, and I really like the fact that they mixed a furnace with a golem, and I've seen actually a few different golem designs, which are, yeah, I think they're on Minecraft Dungeons, I believe. Or actually no, they're out in Minecraft Story Mode, that's where I've seen them, and they look pretty cool as well, and they might be the next sort of golem that I might make at some point. But anyway, that's enough of me talking, let's get on to the colours, shall we? Light grey wool, 540. Cyan terracotta, 457. Light grey concrete, 50. Grey concrete, 189. Grey wool, 353. Snow, 5. Red wool, 7. Orange concrete, 8. Yellow concrete, 7. Brown concrete, 32. Light grey terracotta, 154. White concrete, 146. Smooth quartz, 146. White terracotta, 322. And I just want to say that not all these colours will be 100% exact, so I do apologise in advance. So using your brown concrete, you want to now find a nice big area and do a 6x4 sort of rectangle, and this is, as you've guessed, the feet of the golem. So there we go, and then switch to your light grey terracotta, and you want to go up by 3 on all the corners, and then just do a row, sort of like a little line all the way around, just like I'm doing. There we go, looking like that. There we go, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3 there, and then just finish it off like that. Once we've done this, we're now going to actually build up and build the first sort of part of the leg. So we've already started off with 4, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. But then on top, you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 on top of what we've already built, giving us a total of 16 from top to bottom. And what you want to do now, if you're new around here, what you do is pause the video and copy that pattern down, and then all you need to do is unpause and then keep watching the video, because I do things a little bit different around here. I actually do these nice big pause sections rather than going through block by block by block, because I find that very boring. So if you like that sort of builds, yeah, I'm not the right person for you. But anyway, this is very effective, and I think it is. And I've even put a nice little grid on there just to make things a little bit easier to distinguish between blocks. And you can see we've got a little bit of white concrete, white terracotta there. We've got smooth sandstone. You can see white concrete. So yeah, we've got a mixture of things in there. But there we go. So that's your first leg done. So all we're going to do now is go 1, 2, 3 from that first leg. And then on the 4th block, we're going to do exactly the same. So you're going to do a 6x4 rectangle shape, the same as what we've already done. And then, yes, you've guessed it, light grey terracotta. You're going to go all the way 3 on each of the corners and do a nice little whip around all the way round, up, and there we go. Lovely jubbly. So we're like nearly there, nearly like 50% there for the legs at least anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on top of what we've already built, giving a grand total from the top of the build to the very bottom is 16, okay? And again, we're going to do a lovely little pause, copy that pattern down. You know the drill by now. Any of you veterans out there and you pro builders that have been building my stuff for a long time, you all know how this works. It's just for the new people, the new kids on the block, because they don't understand sometimes when new people go to the channel how it all works. But yeah, there we go. And then spin on around to the back, and that one. And this final pause section in a minute is a bit dodgy because I forgot I'd already built the other leg, so you can't really see. So I've had to do a bit of camera magic. Boom, and that's the inside of that final leg, okay? So apologies, I had to sort of delete the other leg out the way so then you could see what was going on. So there we go. You should have 2 legs identical to each other. They're exactly the same in every single way. So come in 3 from the inside of the leg, and then on that 3rd block you want to come out by 1 and then connect it all up like so, and then bring it do the same to the back, bring it out by 1 and then connect it all up. So you should have a nice big rectangle that's 3 blocks in from the inside of both legs. And then I want you to come up by 1, 2, 3, 4 with a smooth sandstone, and then on top of that we're going to do a light grey terracotta, and then literally all we're doing is I'm copying that same rectangle shape all the way around. So effectively this is the top of the build and this other section is the base. Okay, so going back to your smooth quartz, we're going to go fill all the way up in every single corner to the top like so. Okay, and now switching to what we're going to use now, we're going to use white terracotta, and then we're just going to place a few blocks down. So I'm just going to let you copy what I'm doing on screen. So you're going to go 2 and then 1, 2, 3, 4 white concrete, and then 1 up, 1 there, 1 across like so. And don't panic if you think I'm going a bit too fast here, because we will be doing a lovely little pause section in a second, so it will give you time to copy that pattern down and then move on to the next section. Okay, so there we go. Look at that, really simple this bit. This is the easy part. We've got the harder bits later on coming. Okay, spinning on around to the right hand side of the build, we're going to have our white concrete, and we're going to place 2 on either side and then literally fill up the rest with white terracotta like so. I'm not going to pause it here because that's really basic, and I'm sure that you'll find that a bit of breeze. Right, so white concrete, we're going to do like literally all I'm doing is copying that panel that's in front of me. So kind of copy exactly the same as what you can see in front of you and what we've already done on the front of the build. Okay, there we go, look at that, there we go. I'm not going to pause it, we've already done it once, we don't need to pause it again. Okay, and then again on the side, remember 2 white concrete and then fill it with white terracotta to fill it all in. And that, my friends, is the sort of central part of the I need to keep saying iron golem, it isn't, it's a furnace golem. Going back to the legs quickly, I actually forgot there's a big gaping hole on the side here, so we're just going to fill that in with some white terracotta. So what we're going to do now from the left hand side is we're going to now bring out each of the sides by 3 blocks. So you're going to bring it out by 3 with the light grey terracotta all the way to the edge of the build. Okay, and it should be 1 obviously higher than the waist that we've already built. So again, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, all the way along. Okay, really simple. That first block I placed, you don't need to worry because that was just there, so I could actually place a block on top, if that makes sense. Now back to the front, you want to whip that all the way to the front, so you should be overhanging by 1 on the front and then overhanging both sides by a total of 3 blocks, and then again you want to bring that back overhanging by 1 as well. So you're overhanging 1 by the front and the back and then 3 by the sides, and then switching to your light grey wool. You want to now do a ring all the way around. Well, I say ring, it can't be a ring, can it? Because guess what? It's a rectangle. So we're going to do a rectangle all the way around with the grey, and you should have something looking a little bit like that, a huge platform. So from the corners here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're building 11 off of that base, or if you include in the base, it's a total of from the top to the bottom by 12 blocks. And all you need to do is pause it and copy that section down. And I apologise because that is a very big section for you to copy. But just imagine I had to build it first, right? So just remember that. Spinning on around to the right hand side, you don't need to worry about that big blue section if you're new around here, because we're not building in there. I've just purely put that there just to mark it out, just so it don't confuse you what's happening. But we will be putting the arms on there shortly, okay? So just don't worry about that. Spinning on around to the back, and we just got a few parallel lines there, nothing too fancy, and then spinning on around to the other side, and this side is exactly the same as the other side we've already built. And if you don't want to put that big blue section there, you can just like put any old block there, or just leave it completely blank, but I'll leave that up to you anyway. I just like using blue just for color differentiation. Spinning on around to the top and looking down, so again the head's going to go in that blue section, blah, 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 blah. I couldn't spit my words out then. So we just got a few bits of grey wool and some grey. So from the edge of that blue section we built earlier, we're going to bring it out by 2, overhang the edge by 2, and that should be a total of 8 blocks. And then we're going to come across by a total of 9, connecting up to that other 8 section there. And then what you want to do is go high or up by a total from the base to the top of 10 blocks. So it should be an 8 by 9 by 10 sort of rectangle, and that is going to be the first section of the head, and it looks really odd without a nose, doesn't he? Spinning on around to the right hand side, again we've got the side of the head. There we go, looking good, looking good. We're almost there, guys. We are really close now to finishing this mob. We ain't really got much more to do. We just got to figure out how to do the arms, and then we're all there. And that's another one done and dusted. So this is the back of this big boy's head. There we go, looking good. And then spinning on around to the right hand side, and yes, you've probably already guessed it, but this side is exactly the same as the other side. So if you've built the one side, you can literally just copy this pattern across from the other side. And then spinning on back to the front, and now we're going to do a bird's eye view looking down on top of this guy's head. And there we go, a few bits of grey there, grey wall, some grey concrete, and la 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 la. Lovely. Okay, brilliant. So doing the nose, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3 across. And then we're going to fill this all in like so. And then what we're going to do is now going to switch to our light grey terracotta. Place 1 and then 2 like that, and then cyan terracotta. We're just now going to fill in all the gaps with that. There we go, look at that, beautiful. That is looking good. So all we need to do is the arms. So spinning around to the arms, so 2 blocks in, you want to come up by 1 block, and then 1, 2, 3, well, a total of 4 should I say, 1, 2, 3, 4 out towards you, and then fill that in. So we've got a nice big rectangle, and it's the top of the shoulders. And then switching to our grey concrete, you want to go 4 and then 2 like that, and then 2 cyan terracotta. You should have something looking like that. There you go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 from the top of that section we just built. And we're going to do a pause section, so I'm going to do the arms in 2 sort of sections because they're that long. I couldn't fit it all on the screen, okay? So there we go. Anyway, that's the first section. Spinning on around to the left hand side. Again, we got the side. Oh, sorry, I got hair in my mouth. Oh, can't get it out. There we go. Oh, God, that's horrible. Ugh, that's horrible when you've got hair in your mouth. It's even worse when you're eating and you've got hair in your mouth. Ugh. Right, and spinning on around to the back, and that is our little, oh God, it's still there. Can't get it out. Puh, there we go. I finally got it. There we go. There you go. That's the back section done, and you should have a weird looking half an arm sort of golem at the minute. Right, now from the base of this section, we're going to now, well, I'm going to mark this off first of all, because guess what? Who doesn't want to make a mistake? Me. Okay, so what we're going to do is mark that off from the base of it. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 blocks down from the base of what we've already built. And yes, you've guessed it, we're going to do our second section of the arms. And again, self-explanatory, we're going to do that. And then we're going to spin around to the left and do that side. And look at that, look at that, it's looking cool. We're nearly there, guys. Last little push, and I promise you we'll have ourselves a furnace golem by the end of it. And then spin around to the left, the last bit of arm. There we go, look at that, looking good. There we go, beautiful. Okay, so we'll get rid of them blue blocks shortly. So now what we're going to do is actually the inside of the arm. So all you're going to do is copy the block that's opposite. So we've got cyan terracotta like that. There we go, copying, and then we've got our grey wool, cyan wool, one there, and then the rest is terracotta, and so on and so forth, right? So we go, we're going to go back to the wool, and we're going to do that there. I'm falling. Anyway, do it all the way down until you get to the base and fill it all with grey, okay? So really self-explanatory, just copy the block that you can see opposite to where you're building. And I've got to mention, underneath the sort of waist section that we built earlier, you just want to fill that in with some light grey terracotta as well, because I did notice that as we were just sort of halfway through the video. Okay, and then literally we're going to sort of replicate the exact same thing on this side. So you want to come again, so 2 blocks in. On the 3rd block, you're going to come up by 1, bring it out by a total of 4 blocks, and then whip it all in to order. There we go. So we've got a nice big rectangle, and then we're going to go grey concrete, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 on the side, and then we're going to fill, so that's cyan terracotta, 2 like that. And then from underneath this build, you're going to come down by a total of 13 blocks. So count 13 down from that first, well, that little platform we just built. It should be overhanging the bottom by 1. And again, we're going to do our lovely little pause. And we are literally there, guys. Literally just finish this little bit of arm and you've got yourself a golem. I apologise, it's been such a big build, and it was, I mean, the normal iron golem was actually quite a big build, and again this furnace golem's the same sort of size. So yeah, I did try and condense it down as small as I can, so hopefully it's not too much of a effort for you to build this guy. And that's that top section done. Okay, now spinning on back on around. We're now just going to finish off the little base section, I guess. And remember, we're going to do exactly the same as what we did before. We're just going to mark off these bits here just so you don't get confused in a minute with the big pause section. And we're going to go down from here by 16 blocks. So count 16 blocks down from there. And this is where the big next pause section is going to be. Look at that, there we go, and here we go, boom, get that one done. And then after this you've got like 2 more panels to copy and 1 more to sort of do yourself, and we are done. There we go, spinning on around to the right hand side, looking good, looking good. Spinning on roundy round we go to the last section. I'm slightly going insane because this video is taken so long to record, and it's just taken all of it out of me. There we go, that's the back section. Okay, so all we need to do now is literally the inside of the arm like we did last time, and we're all done. So remember, all you're going to do is copy block for block. So cyan terracotta there, you're going to place it this side. Then we've got some grey wool, we're going to place it there. Cyan terracotta next, like so, and so on and so forth, and just copy that pattern that you can see in front of you all the way down until you reach the bottom, and that is our build done. And guess what? I'm going to do a little sneaky one, and I'm going to leave you here building this while I'm going to go have a cup of tea, right? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I've been zu-wii-mama, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.